Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the Baltimore Ravens.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive. Will begin at the 25. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
And 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
For an Eagle. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hurts. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Ravens nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 23. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On the ground, Corey Clement, his first carry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
3rd down.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down and then some. 36 yards.
And the Raven first down.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff to Clement. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. To throw is Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Let's talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jannard Avery, and the Eagles defense able to hold. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They go counter with Breida. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
3rd and 14.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Tony Jefferson on the tackle. A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
For the extra point.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. These two teams all tied after 1.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
3rd and 4.
Throwing is Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
Turnover on downs.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
Caused all of that.
it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And that'll make it third down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make...
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And this one will be brought back to the 22. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a...
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flushed out right. And he fires one incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. But it's going to be 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Now a give to Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Ravens' 46-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch the hand straight. Watch twist. 36.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go. 70 lying. You got double up. Slam.
On on the handoff. This is Breida. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught by Jackson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on second down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
They'll set up a screen for Breida. Powers ahead at the 45. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now it's Breida. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Patrick Queen in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He was brought down by Darius Slay. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 18-yard line.
On 2nd and a yard. Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
He may try and run, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
This is Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Jimmy Smith.
The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Hurts.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
Yards leads to 3rd down and 14.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Ready? Mike, 36.
First throw now for the backup Wentz. This is caught. Watkins. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
33. Ravens 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
And the Raven first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. On second down, it's Freeman. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 20.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And now it's second down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
2nd and 10 now, third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Baltimore.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again, Jackson. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
Check 13. Check 13. Sponge.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
2 yards.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
It's 3rd and 9.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Matt Breida, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Eagles 40, Ravens 14. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the it a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They run with Breida. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And more, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1 yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
26-yard line.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39.
39-yard line.
They run again with Breida. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage. When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Mike 36. Mike 36. We own them. We own them.
Hurts. And it is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Ravens are going to get the football back.
It's a turnover.
So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Jackson will throw again. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Davion Taylor in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Brought down at the
tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
4 yards on the
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces.
The tackle by
now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Eluding the pressure right. It's his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Eagles, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.